Get ready, because your ass is about to fall off with this one.
Scientists researching the Earth's mantle found what they believe shakes the foundation of what scientists and scholars thought they knew.
We have just scratched the surface of the Earth. We drilled down like 8 miles and we had to stop because it got too hot.
That's because there's a magma fucking core.
We can tell you more about the surface of the moon than we can the surface underneath our own oceans.
Everybody knows that. What the fuck does that have to do with the Earth being hollow?
Could it be that we may be wrong about the composition of our own Earth?
No.
Some ancient astronaut theorists say yes.
They also say aliens visited Earth to bring us new technology and build pyramids.
One of the most consistent themes that we find in ancient cultures is the idea that there is another Earth inside of the planet.
Within Buddhism, there's stories of a place called Agartha or Agarthi, which is an inner world.
Is it Agartha or Agarthi?
They are an advanced race, and even that they have trains and vehicles that are moving through this inner Earth. Through this inner Earth. Inner Earth. Through this inner Earth.
Is it possible that an other Earth can be located within the confines of our own planet?
No, according to so much basic science, no.
Scientists and mathematicians have long speculated about a theory that became known as Hollow Earth.
The scientist Edmund Halley is most famous for Halley's Comet. He had a fascinating theory of not just a hollow Earth, but an Earth with multiple layers.
75 years later, Leonhard Euler put forth his own Hollow Earth theory, with sun at the center, spanning 600 miles.
That sounds sort of just a little bit like a magma core.
He developed this idea that the planet Earth is not only hollow, but there are actually entrances into the inner core at the north and south poles of the Earth. He imagined that there were advanced civilizations living inside the planet.
Ideas would be revisited nearly 2 centuries later. In 1947, polar explorer Admiral Richard Byrd flew over the North Pole.
Admiral Richard Byrd was able to fly to the North Pole and back, and then 3 years later, he flew over the South Pole.
It's rumored that when Admiral Byrd's task force
This fucking guy
to Antarctica, that one of the first things they discovered was an entrance into a hollow Earth civilization.
Oh boy, here we
that was
go.
populated by very, very advanced beings.
Admiral Byrd made a lot of unusual statements, including talking about what he called a new kind of craft that could fly from pole to pole.
Like the space shuttle rockets they built a decade later.
And when Byrd got back to the United States, he was brought back to Washington, where he was questioned very heavily about his statements. And allegedly he was told to stop talking about this.
About the space program for reasons of national security.
Is it possible that entrances to another world can be found at the Earth's poles?
No.
And if so, did Admiral Byrd actually pass through one of them? According to some ancient astronaut theorists, such gateways do exist.
If we were to discover the other Earth,
Why are you showing an image of the galaxy then?
Profoundly
I thought other
hollow.
planets were inside our planet.
This would be quite a paradigm shift. History would change in a very major way.
What do we have here?
This to me looks like a flying saucer that potentially people could ride in. Unbelievable. We're seeing a very intriguing connection here.
David Wilcock, everybody.
At this ancient site of Teotihuacan,
Don't ruin this historical site.
there may be a location in which exotic technology was used to create an electromagnetic field.
Oh, god damn. God damn you.
Mercury, in fact, was the first superconductor ever discovered.
He knows that.
Archaeologists found copious amounts of liquid mercury
They did a lot to obscure the source of this article.
at Teotihuacan. So, there absolutely does appear to be an advanced ancient civilization that was here, and this is the actual spaceport of this civilization.
Oh yes, I fucking hate the world. I fucking hate everybody. Elect Donald Trump. Ugh.